Pleasure to see you.
Well, pod.
It's going to be the fastest dungeon runs ever. We have, what, are all of you max resonance? This is, how much resonance? You have 7,000. Okay, so you have 7K.
It's the highest on our server. She is 7.2, and I think Mommy's at like 6.2.
Yeah, 6.2, a 7.2, and a 7K. Yeah, if these aren't the fastest dungeons in the world right now, I don't know what are. Do we have anyone that is absolutely max res on any of the 4 servers that we're combined it on? I don't think
on our server right now, Amber is the highest resonance we have.
It's honestly ridiculous. I don't think I've ever played a game where like all the YouTubers were on one server and no one on that server had maxed out their card. In every game I've ever been in, like basically there's always one guy.
The only max, like fully max character I know is JT.
That's the only fully max person I know, yeah. Our first drop, holy moly, that took forever. They had 100 Namarurons, only got 15 set items. I think this is actually the worst luck dungeon I've ever ran, to be fair. You know, I'm not a tinfoil hat guy with this type of game and stuff, but there might actually be something there with this dungeon. I almost wonder if doing it solo has a better drop rate. This is, again, all conspiracy theory tinfoil hat, but sometimes I wonder, it's like, is solo a better drop rates? Because I feel like I've got way better drop rates running solo than I've ever gotten at party. This drop rate is actually making me slowly saltier though each time we do this though. Hey, are you guys getting drops?
I've gotten 1 legendary and 2 ring.
Okay, so we're pretty much on this. Never mind, man, I'm tripping. I think this is what mattered for me as a kid, is when you're playing a game, the whole point of it was everyone was excited and having a good time together. And so what happens now, I feel like in some of these games, is I'll join and I'm still looking for the same feeling as when I was a kid. Like, all I want to experience is the same thing where everyone's like, oh my God, this is so fun, and we're all enjoying the game together. And then you get into a lobby, and it's just dick measuring. And everyone's like, I'm better at the game than you are, or whatever. And it instantly is like, it makes me, it takes me out of the zone of like, I'm here to do this, and makes the game something different, literally entirely, where it's like, it completely is the opposite of the reason I'm there. So not only does it like, that's kind of annoying, but it actually actively ruins the entire reason I'm on the game. In high school, I would share a controller with somebody, or we play Mario Kart or some shit. And it's like, I would way rather play a game with a person than against a person, like 100 out of 100 times. Set items is where I'm really fucking lazy. Like, I've only ever completed 1 set in the entirety of the game's existence. The worst part of it isn't so much the grind. I mean, like, it's Diablo. We're trying to grind, right? The problem is, for me, is, okay, I need just my necklace. There's 6 items from this dungeon. I ran it 18,000 times, and I got every other item, 15,000 times. Like, that's the problem. And they're all worthless, and the only thing you won is that 1 out of 6. So every time you're running that dungeon, 5 out of 6 times you're leaving feeling bad, which means people are going to feel negative about the game. Like, it's impossible for someone 5 out of 6 times to be disappointed, because you see a green item. It's not like, oh, I didn't get anything. It's like, oh, I did get something, and it's the wrong one. So getting something feels completely worthless in the scenario that's not exactly what you wanted. So when they added set crafting, I saw you could actually physically choose what you wanted. I was pretty blown away by that.
Yeah, I liked it too, because like sometimes you get some like really good rolls. Like some of the items you can like craft. I'm just like, wow, did I really just get that?
Identified 5 items: 214, 217, 216, 222, 216, 230. Oh, good, they're all dog shit. Lovely.
I've been trying to get 3 socket gloves for like a week or longer. Since I rolled this wizard.
I kind of feel like they should add a way to add a socket where it's okay if you got 2, you can add up to a total of whatever the maximum is. It makes sense.
That'd be so sweet.
Like, you can trade wisps or something in to finish the sockets on it. Like, literally anything.
The biggest thing as a whale I wish they would change in this game is running freaking the rifts, only being able to do 10 at a time. You know how many hours and hours us 3 have spent just running rifts to get these wings?
Oh my God.
I'm gonna be honest, I think that's one complaint most people don't have.
It's freaking nuts, bro. Like,
make it so I can run like 100 crests at a time. I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll be so happy.
Yeah. Honestly, like, I would have wailed out a lot longer, but every time I knew it was like, all right, I'm gonna, spend another $5,000 on the game. It's like, well, there goes freaking 24 hours of my life that I'm gonna be running rifts.
Could you imagine though, like you do that, and then your mailbox is full, so it all goes to your mailbox, and now for the next like week you just have spam because your inventory was full, and you're constantly picking stuff up.
So,
tell them the story, mommy.
So, I don't know if you ever heard of a guy named. He when he first started the game, he just ran Crest, because he's like, well, the whole objective of this game is to get high resonance, so I'm just gonna run Crest.
No, he's not wrong.
So what he was doing is he was running it, only picking up the 5-star gems and leaving all the 2-star and 1-star gems on the ground so they go to the mail. So he did that and he collected it, and he went to go collect all his gems. And when he hit retrieve all or read all on the emails, all his gems started popping out, but his inventory was full, and so the gems disappeared, and he lost like $3,000 in gems. And he got in contact with Blizzard, and Blizzard said, hey, we show that you received the gems. He didn't. I was watching him when he did it. He did not get the gems.
I get comments all the time of like, DM this, like, please help me contact Blizzard. It's just like I get too many of these fucking things to ever be able to help everyone. And even if I could, they're gonna be like, yo, dude, stop spamming us with random customer service. Like, that's why we have Blizzard tickets. Like, send them to the tickets. But I get so many of these where people are like, DM, my entire account, it's just gone. And I'm just like, sometimes I'm kind of like trying not to laugh. I'm like, bro, that might be true, but like, there's nothing I can do about it. You know what I mean? And it's like, I've seen enough glitches to know there's plenty of that stuff out there. So I'm sure there's a lot of people that just got took into Pound Town and there's nothing they can do about it, and they can't get response. You know, I shouldn't even be laughing, but it's like, I know it happens for sure.
As much money as they've made off of this game, you would think they would at least have a person I can call on the phone and be like, hey, bro.
Dude, you know how many trolls they would get to that high? So imagine they got a 1-800 number that any fucking pleb can go on there. I worked in a call center for like a year and a half, and I remember all of the stuff that we'd have to do. Basically, all having an open call line does is you receive Reddit comments for 24/7. Like, it's just whatever person wants you to know what's happening is going to call and let you know. And on the rare occasion, the 1 out of 300 person that's done telling you to f*** yourself, like they have a legitimate problem you can actually help them with.
I have another friend, back when we used to play D3, he used to write letters to Blizzard to tell like how they're screwing them on RNG.
Right into the shredder.
I know you're making me lose my hardcore characters, making the game lag.
Oh man, sometimes like the feedback makes me giggle, dude. Yo, suck a duck!
Well, don't forget to subscribe.
Oh, I feel like I need a standing desk.
Transactions channel.
Oh,
10 hours.